Hi guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Pamela of Joint Hands Green Life Trees, and today in the video that you're just about to watch, we were having a grafting session with a secondary school, and this school is Oruba Secondary School. Oruba Girls Secondary School is in Iruri Sub-County, Migori County. So we were taking them through grafting, since you know that this year, just as I mentioned earlier on, in other sessions with other schools, this year agriculture practicals is on grafting of fruit trees. And so as experts, we are always called to take them through the sessions on the practical part, but we always brush on theory part a little bit. Though most of the theory parts they are taught in classrooms, and I'm told they were taught around Form 2 when they were in Form 2. So we have to brush on the theory part a little bit, and then before we engage in practicals. And as Joint Hands Green Life Trees, guys, as you know, we are all about trees. We are all about tree seedlings production. Both regular tree seedlings, agroforestry tree seedlings, ornamentals, and fruit trees. That's why, as experts, we are always looked for to impart knowledge to the students as well. Thank you. Welcome and continue enjoying. Yes. Yes, so our first presentation, and the CEO of Joint Hands Green Life is Sasa. So I believe you're going to cooperate. I'm not going to lecture you, but it's going to be an interactive session. And feel free to express yourself. If you have any question, if there's any point that you don't understood, just feel free to say that so that you can come up again and repeat whatever you need to get. So that's the motivation. Then this was for grafting, all the advantages. Then requirements. What do you need when you want to graft? And then post-grafting. Okay, so what is grafting? Let's start from there. And you'll be mentioning your name first, and then answer the question.
Grafting is the practice of growing into separate food stem.
Pardon?
Grafting is the practice of growing into separate food stem.
So she's talked of, we have the word joining. First of all, it's a practice. Then of joining two separate woody stems. But it's always two or more separate woody stems, and then they are left to grow as a single plant. So we have to make a joint. We have to make sure that we have two or more separate woody plants, and then we use them to grow as a single plant. So hapo mko sawa. So it means that you know the definition of grafting. So it means you know what grafting is. Yes. So we have the two separate woody plants. You must be having the top and the bottom. Yes. How do you call the upper part of the grafting? I mean of the whole system. Your name. So we have the Zion. Now the Zion. And number two, we have your name? Pauline. We have the Rita. So Zion is the upper, and this is the lower, which forms the the roots, gives the root system, and this one gives the shoot or the leaves, branches, and the shoots you get from the vine. Why do you run? Yes. Repair damaged plants. What does the word repair mean?
It means that maybe something was not in a good condition, so we wanted to make it to be in its normal condition.
So it means it was abnormal and then now you want to make it normal. How does joining these two sets of parts of plants help us repair the damaged ones?
Let's say for example, the upper part of the plant is learning. So we can just remove that learning and the part of that part from the outline, then we will realize
I said that we collect the zion from another plant which is of the same species as the rootstock. Yeah, and this is our ground now. She told us that it's something on the ground, so this is our ground. So we call this one a seedling, so. Yes. But the zion comes from another tree. So it means that the zion is maturer than the rootstock. But we shall use the rootstock to support. Yes. So it means that the rootstock must be having very good rooting system and should be able to adapt to the environment in which it's going to be planted. So that's why whenever we are raising our rootstock, we always collect seeds locally because they are well adapted to the environment. And then we get our zion, the kind of cultivar that we want, from another plant which we will not be having around us here. And then we can connect proper. So when the union is successful, itakuwa na support kwa sababu si imezoea hiyo environment. But si sasa haja yetu tu ilikuwa ni ile hybrid ya juu which is the zion. So with this support na hii, so this one will give us the fruits that we want. So, so we know that zion is maturer than the rootstock. If it was about to flower, inakuja hivyo. Hakuna vile ita reduce iende to the seedling level. So, if it was supposed to have a flower bud from the plant where it is, itakuja na hizo. So when the grafting is successful, unaona the flowers zimeanza kufanya nini? Zimeanza kuchemuka. So that is why it shortens the maturity period of a plant. Like one type of fruit or flower on the same, always is fruit. You always graft flowers as well. On the same plant.
I got that spring pattern as the rootstock or as a plant. Then you want to join it with finger and you use it. There are different types of grafting. You can use the T1 and the T grafting. Then you cut that part of Pinkerton, you remove it, then you shape the leader, then you join it together at that point. The Pinkerton will produce flowers and leaves, not flowers, but fruits, and then will produce flowers.
So with her she'll be exploring whether she'll be using different grafting methods. She'll be using a tea, so it means that she'll be budding. So she can bud and she can also graft on the same plant. So maybe on the buds she'll be putting Linda, and then on the upper part where she's supposed to graft, she'll be adding hers. So it means that she'll be having more than two. Maybe it's planted on the ground and then it forms branches. It's left to form branches. You'll be having several 2 or 3 branches like this. And then now when you want to produce different species or rather different varieties of avocado, you'll be cutting one branch, you graft Linda, and then you cut another branch, We graft, we graft, we graft Lincoln. You can even do another one. You graft, pass, and then you do another one. You graft, wetted. So it means in this single plant you will be having the 4 varieties of avocado. And that one is majorly done when the plant is planted. I mean, when you do sowing directly, or rather after planting the seedling on the ground, we call it top working. Sawa. So top working ni ile grafting inafanya kwa ile miti ambayo imeshapandwa kwa ground. Alafu imeachwa ikadevelop different branches. Sawa. Kuna different branches. So kila branch utakuwa unakata, unaweka the improves productivity. When we are joining the two separate systems, how do we ensure that the union becomes successful? Yes. From the same species. Same species have the same cell arrangement. So when the same species and then they are united, compatibility is a must. And when choosing the Zion and the rootstock, the Zion and the rootstock should be of the same size. So you're looking for the cell alignment, so that they can start exchanging fluids as soon as they are grafted. The xylem and the phloem. So if they're not of the same size, it means that they will overlap. And what is the recommended size for our rootstock when we want to start grafting? It should be pencil thick. So. You ulisoma kweli? We want to graft. We know what grafting is, why we are grafting. We have our Zion and rootstock. Apart from Zion and rootstock, what else do we need? Zions, grafting tape, sterilized, sharp knife, scalpel blade or surgical blade, grafting crowns, secateurs, and sterilizer. What's the work of a grafting tape? Size. So that's a grafting tape. Grafting crowns. Just explain. Visual is to dress something or somebody or to cover in a special way the size of the Zion that you want to cover, and then nafunga juu. Unafanya hivi imefungwa. So inakuwa very big round. Nakata, alafu nafunga kulingana the size of Zion zilizobaki. So that's the crown. And what's the work of the crown? Now just tell me, suppose the Zion dies, or suppose it reduces in moisture content before the union becomes successful. What happens? So just don't let it die before it starts receiving food from there. We have a sterilized sharp knife or surgical blade. What are these ones for? This is used for cutting, just cutting. Then secateurs. Do you know what a secateur is? This is the surgical blade. Then now secateurs. Do you know secateurs? Secateurs inakaa kama hiyo, si ndivyo? So kama hii inatumika kufanya nini? What do we use it for? This. Yes, this. And what is this? Yeah? For cutting. And they are majorly used for cutting hard stems when grafting. Yes. So this one we call it secateurs. Then sterilizer. What do you use the sterilizer for? To sterilize the kutakasa. Unaifanya ikuwe safi. Inakuwa disease free or pathogen free. Post grafting maintenance. How often water. Just assume it's not raining. How often? How many times in a day? Twice. In case it's not raining. But when watering, you also have to check on the moisture build up, because excessive watering here is also affects the health of the plants. But make sure that you water adequately. And in the evening, the rate of absorption of water by the plant is always very high. So during this time, plant haijachoka, the cells are not tired. All the cells is active, so the rate of absorption is high. And you know, when you are watering early in the morning, you are preparing the plant for a sunny day. Ipate ile nguvu ya kuvumilia ama kustahimili ile jua ya mchana. Here, what are you trying to do? You are cooling the plant. After that sunny, so unaambia mimi pole sana, unaanza kuiboresha. It has been hot during the day, now we are now trying to do the plants. But the rate of absorption in the morning and in the evening is always high. Number two, what else do you have to do? Removal of weeds. Unajua weeds? I don't need to explain. What do weeds do? Yes? Complete fall. So if you want our plant to be vibrant, to grow well, we have to ensure that we remove the weeds. Another operation, protection. You must protect it from livestock. You protect it from livestock, or you protect it from scorching sun. And protecting from scorching sun, what do? You apply shade. Then another one, the removal of suckers gives the same result as removal of weeds.
So first, it's the base. Unasekatua. Wash carpets. Then our hands. Then we take the sekatua. Then we tie it. Then we take a crown.
Have you seen what she's done?
Yes.
And just before you ask any question, I need to ask you a question. That side has been ground. After how long do we leave the crown? Or do we leave the crown forever? Huh? Huh? Yes, you did ask me that, so I need to to ask you. Once the buds start growing, after how long do you expect the buds to start growing? Not 2 weeks, not 1 week, but it's between 2 to 3 weeks. So, and that's why you should be checking. Inafaa unaangalia kila wakati because zingine zinatoka mapema. Sawa sawa. So ingine kila mapema unatoa as soon as you see the leaves.
Good evening. Good evening. Okay, we are going to carry out our grafting, and with us here we have the things we need to carry out this grafting. Here we have a plant, we have the cactus, we have the sterilizer, we have the grafting tape. We have the cotton and we have the scalpel. Yes. We are going to start to carry out our grafting. First, we are going to sterilize the things we are going to use during this grafting so that they will be free from diseases. You know the reason why we are doing this?
Why?
By the way, why are we doing this one? Why are we sterilizing our items? Yes, Brenda.
To make the drinks we are going to use pathogen.
Yes. We are going to make them free from diseases.
What are pathogens? Bread. What are pathogens?
Pathogens are disease-causing organisms.
Pathogens are disease-causing organisms. Yeah.
And you shall also wipe your hand to ensure that you also don't transmit. You understand? Okay, we are going to start. First, we will use the second tooth to
And just a question, why you cut from that level?
we are cut it from this level because I want to remain with the rootstock so as to bring in the zion to make it. You understand?
From the lower level and get to the restore.
From the lower level.
Yes. Because I've seen you cut it from here. Why not from here? No, just tell me why you cut it from this point.
I've just did this. You can help.
Someone to help? Yes?
She has started from that size or that tallness because of the zion and the rootstock must have the same size. So maybe her zion is smaller.
At that point,
Yes.
the rootstock and the zion are equal in size. Any other reason? Is there another reason? So whenever you are grafting, just make sure that it's more than 15 centimeters from the back end. That is from the ground, from the soil. So make sure it's more than 15 centimeters from the soil. When grafting from the soil, as it moves upwards, we know that cells are very vibrant as you move upwards and very active. So that's why you always look for the upper soft Yes.
After that, we use our scalpel to okay. After that, this is our. What is this? Yes. We will make it at this place where the zion will join with the rootstock. We have to make it sharp. Yes.
Make it sharp only to get wedge.
After that, we are going to join our zion with the rootstock. After joining, with the help of our grafting tape, we will tie. After that, we will use our grafting ground tool. We will place it here. So that to absorb moisture, to obtain or absorb, to retain moisture.
Yeah, it's for moisture retention.
Yes, it is for moisture retention as you have been told. After that,
How do you tap on it? Yes. Yes, so immediately after grafting, you can clean enough plants of the same species.
Oruba Girls Secondary School, and today we were doing the practical part of our project, that is grafting. We were grafting the fruit trees, and it has been so well. We have got some good teachers who have taken us through the grafting process, and we hope it will be successful because the learning process was nice, and every single step that they have taken us through, we have learned a lot from them, and we do thank them for that, and we know that we will do our level best in the coming exams together with the subjects which is still ahead of us. Thank you.